I'm Paul Johnston from the Shed Shop. In this video, we're going to take a close look at our most talked about model, the Studio. I'm shooting this scene inside our 10 by 12 studio here at our showroom. Our studio provides a relatively easy way to get valuable extra space for your home without the high cost and hassle of a room addition. Our customers have found it to be a great solution for a home office, art or music studio, exercise room, and many other uses. Before we go into more detail, let's talk briefly about what it is not. First, local planning and zoning codes usually classify buildings like these as non-habitable. This means they cannot legally be used as bedrooms or in-law units. Second, we don't offer any plumbing options, so if you need a bedroom or in-law unit with a bathroom or kitchen, you will need to find a different company or contractor to do your project. However, if you need extra space that does not require plumbing, our studio just might be the solution you're looking for. So let's talk about what it is. From the outside, our studio model looks very similar to our tall classic with a house door. You can order a nice tall classic, but it's still pretty much a storage shed. Our studio, though, is very different in 5 key areas: structural, electrical, interior finish, concrete, and permits. Let's go over these one at a time. First, structurally. Our studio is several inches taller than our tall classic. It has extended roof overhangs and also has extra framing lumber in the corners and ceiling to accommodate sheetrock. Second, electrical. Our studio is completely wired for electrical, including 4 outlets, 4 LED ceiling lights, a dual switch, and an exterior motion light. We run a connection to your main electrical panel, giving your studio its own dedicated circuit. With electrical, you can use your studio day or night, plug in all your gear, and run a small heater during the winter. Third, interior finish. Our studio has insulated walls and ceiling, textured sheetrock, finished trim around the windows and door, natural oak finished flooring, and baseboard. The interior finish is what really sets our studio off compared to a storage shed. It's just like stepping into a finished room in your home. Fourth, concrete slab or foundation. By now you can see our studio is much more than a storage shed, and it really should sit on something more solid than dirt or gravel. For this reason, we include concrete in the price of all our studios. The type of concrete depends on the size of the studio and the city in which you are located. You may need a 4-inch concrete slab or a full foundation with perimeter footings. We will determine which one is needed and cover this in detail during the consultation. But for now, just be aware that in most cases, the cost of the concrete is already built in to our studio pricing. Fifth, permits. Whenever you add electrical or build a building larger than 120 square feet, some type of permitting is required. For this reason, we include permit procurement in all our studio pricing. We do code research, generate drawings, and if you live in our local service area, we go to the city and obtain the permit on your behalf. When it's time for inspections, we schedule and meet the inspectors at your site. Don't underestimate the value of this service. In our experience, your project will have the best chance of being approved with as few hiccups as possible if we handle the permit process for you. As long as we're talking about permits, be aware that the size, height, and placement of your studio must conform to local codes in regards to setbacks, easements, and lot coverage. During the consultation process, we will help you determine where you can place your new studio to meet your local codes. We just covered the 5 key areas in which our studio is different from our shed models: structural, electrical, interior finish, concrete, and permits. However, everything is the same when it comes to the basic service and how we operate. Each studio is built to order, meaning you can pick and choose from a long list of features and options to create an exact studio to fit your spot and meet your needs. There are also do-it-yourself options. Some clients want just the building and they take care of their own electrical and interior finish. Other customers want to do their own painting. If you want, we can provide detailed quotes showing several different do-it-yourself scenarios. Before we sign off, people want to know how long the process takes. As a general rule, it takes about 6 weeks. It typically takes 1 to 3 weeks to obtain the permit and 3 weeks to install the studio from concrete to completion. In the summer and fall, it can take a little longer depending on our backlog. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions about the studio or would like to take the next step, give us a call and tell us what you're trying to accomplish. We can cover a lot of ground in a phone call and can often provide a preliminary quote right over the phone. If you like what you hear after the phone call, then make plans to visit our showroom to see the buildings in person. We really look forward to helping you.